Alright, so, a lot of controversy was caused, I think it was Sunday night with MTV's most infamous Hottest MCs list. My feelings, my thoughts on the Hottest MCs list over at MTV. I appeared over at Rap Fix the other day and I gave them my list. To each his own. I noticed a lot of people were very disgusted, got kind of disrespectful. That's what it is. So we're gonna read off their list and who they feel are the hottest MCs in the game right now. So we got Wale at number 10, Wiz at number 9, Big Sean at number 8, Meek Mill at number 7, Jay-Z at number 6, which I don't agree with, Lil Wayne at number 5, Nicki Minaj, who's not an MC anymore, at number 4, Kanye West at number 3, Drake at number 2, and Rick Ross at number 1. So I asked to you and to my esteemed panelists, you guys agree with the list? Is there someone left off? Is there someone not credible enough to be on that list? Did Jay-Z, like the Dream brought up yesterday, need to even be on the list? Is Rick Ross without an album deserving of the top spot?
I think we have to ask ourselves what the criteria was.
Well, they told us what the criteria was.
Right.
They just ignored it.
I don't think they ignored it. I think a lot of things were held higher than others. It was interesting that when they revealed the last two, when Drake and Rick Ross were battling, a lot of people caught this. Sway said lyricism or lyrics was the key component to deciding, and Ross still got it. So it was like...
And J. Cole still never made the list, and neither did Kendrick Lamar.
So it's kind of like, I think he was just talking in that space of the 1 and the 2, but I think lyrics should always hold more weight.
Especially when you're talking about an MC list.
Yeah.
That list was something. Like, my biggest things, not even so much the order, just the omissions. The people who didn't make the list.
Let's just address the whole Jay thing. I really would like, if we had to keep Nicki on the list, she should have traded places with Jay. And if we had to keep Nicki on the list, I think that she should have been 6 and Jay should have been 4.
I don't think we have to keep her on the list.
Well, and that's what I'm getting to. I also think that as far as an MC list, that was Nicki in 2010.
Yeah, I mean...
At 2011, Nicki dropped a lot of stadium music, but she was not a hot MC.
Well, when they were running down the criteria, the main thing Jadakiss kept stressing was lyrics are the end all, the be all, blah, 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 blah,
so
blah.
then Nicki should not be on that list.
I'm wondering, well, first that getting off who's on the list, the people who were excluded were killing to me. Like, if we talking lyricism, how did J. Cole lose out to...
In defense, almost. I understand.
A bunch of them.
J. Cole shouldn't have been left off the list.
And where was Kendrick?
But you look at everything else. You look at the intangibles. You look at the swag.
And you also got to look at the end of the day, this is MTV.
Yeah,
and
radio
they have
presence.
to service their audience.
You know what? I'm just speaking from what they said.
Right.
I totally, I'm
right.
with you. But you told me this is what it was going to be. So I'm expecting you to go by
But I
this.
think you're holding the lyrics as the end all be all.
Of course I do. That's what they, that's constant.
Because you're a lyricist.
Yeah,
yes, that's what you do.
For J. Cole to be left off the list completely, for Meek Mill to basically have a bit of a presence in 2011, like just getting his presence started in 2011 and then turning it up more now that we've hit 2012, but for Kendrick Lamar to have been burning it up all through 2011. He did his thing. Out of that freshman XXL class, he's one of the standouts. And then J. Cole will have a #1 album and he's not on the list. And lyrically, he whips ass.
So I can see why they would leave off Kendrick. Now, if Kendrick and Big Crit are left off this year's, the list coming up, then we have an issue.
And 2 Chainz. Hottest has always been, to me, popular. Now, who's been more popular than 2 Chainz lately?
One song doesn't, one song.
Way more
How
than
popular is Kendrick? Kendrick's not all that popular.
No, I beg to differ.
Not as popular as...
It's 2 Chainz.
But see, the spectrums are different then.
I said 2 Chainz popularity.
Now we're discussing
I say
popularity.
Kendrick, hottest is popular to me. Hottest is popular to me.
If we're doing a measuring stick between between Kendrick and 2 Chainz,
2 Chainz is killing him when it comes to popularity. Popularity, not
I'm
quality
telling you,
artist.
popular. I don't think he's killing him.
I think Kendrick and 2 Chainz are up for debate for this year's list.
Okay, both of them can live on it.
Okay, not over J, and I agree, not over J. Cole. They did do it within a certain time period and go from there, but Kendrick was kind of moving in that time period.
Was kind of moving. The interesting thing, I think, to me, is that they play political.
Everybody.
They have to.
Right, and so, in a sense, I don't even want to debate who was left off the list, because they play political. Let's deal with who they chose and the order in which they chose it.
There's no true understanding of what MTV's criteria is, so it makes it a bit difficult to have a down the line, no questions, really true to form list about who the top MCs are when you don't spell out what makes an MC for you.
I mean, like I said, I take Nicki off because what she did.
Super Bass was dope.
Yeah, it just wasn't a record that she would compare to
track.
anything else on that list or what anyone else has
So
done.
is the Getta track. Absolutely dope.
Yeah, And then my thing with Nicki is like when she really, I guess, wants to rap, it's a stab at what's been done with her and Lil Kim. That's what Stupid Hoe was.
I'm not even acknowledging that song.
I'm just saying, like, that's, if we're gonna think about, like, that's why I excluded, because, like, that's the only time you hear Nicki rap.
Right.
For the record, Stupid Hoe is the worst song.
No, it is, yeah.
That shit is like.
But as far as, you know, who we have in the top 5, I honestly believe that Ross, with his spectacular year, as far as branding his empire.
If this was the hottest A&R list, Ross has it all day. Get that man a bucket of chicken and have at it. Jesus. But this was not.
I got Kanye at number 1. What he did with My Beautiful Twisted Dark.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
With that, and then segued into, you know, Watch the Throne. Like,
he definitely
spearheaded that. It's like you can't.
I put Drake at 2.
Yeah, no, Drake
I'd put Drake at 2, and then I would put Jay at 3.
And then Ross at 4, and then Wayne at 5.
Right.
Well, how much do album sales factor into hottest?
They should factor.
That's popularity.
If the album sells, then we got to put Wayne higher.
Wayne would be 4.
Wayne needs to be above Ross. Ross, a lot of people on that list need to be above Ross because Ross hasn't sold any fucking albums.
So then it would be.
Ross.
So we put Ross at 10?
I would put Ross on the list just based off of
the fact that he's Ross?
His presence gets him on that list.
His presence is top 5 to me. If anything, at 5.
So then social media is a huge component of this list.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the hottest. Yeah, it's the hottest list. It's got to be.
He's number 6.
Ross at number 1, I understand it, don't know that I'm 100% on it, because he didn't release any commercial music. That makes it kind of difficult to have. I mean, there was Self-Made, but that's a compilation album. Wale came out with a solo album. So that would, you know, the same thing with Meek Mill. You know, like he had at least commercially viable singles that he came out with, like solid singles.
5 is Wayne.
Oh,
no,
okay.
wait.
Wait, no, hold. Start from the top. So you got Ye, Drake, Jay, Wayne.
No, Wayne.
Wayne at 4.
Wayne
Who's
at 4,
5?
Nicki at 5.
Nicki's not on that list. You're
that's
playing political.
Well, it's his list. It's political.
Oh, I thought we were putting other cumulative lists.
No,
don't give me the Don't give me whatever.
Okay, guys. Okay.
I can't have Nicki on my list.
Down the street. Wait till a stay bridge.
You know what? I'm going to backstep on what I said earlier. I would put Ross at 5, only because his presence is still incredibly felt.
We're talking popularity. We're talking the appeal of music. It's fine. I understand taking Nicki off the list. You guys are both insane. But being that popularity is part of this, if lyricism isn't that weighted, when she does actually rap and her music isn't decided, she might sing a bit, but if she's off the list, then Drake's off the list.
No.
What?
No. First of all, Drake's album was 2011.
Okay.
That's one fact.
Nicki had singles in 2011. The top selling singles in 2011.
Which singles?
Super Bass was 2011.
How much did she rap in Super Bass?
Most of it.
Yeah. Super Bass is a rap record. The hook is singing. The hook is the catchiest part, but she rapped the verses.
Yeah, she rapped
Super Bass.
Super Bass was a Hot 100 top 5
Super Bass.
I'm not disputing the popularity of it. I actually like the song. I just don't even feel like it's a rap song.
She was on Ass.
And with a weak verse.
We're talking solely her. Super Bass. What else?
Does it have to be solely her? Then Super Bass was the only single.
Drake he also took an award for having 11 number 1 singles, but most of those records weren't his either.
Wait, you shrugged at the notion of her only having 1 single. In 2011, Ross's singles in 2011, what were they?
Which is why he doesn't need to be number 1. Which is why you take Nicki off.
Taking Nicki completely off the list. If he didn't have any singles in 2011 and she had one, that was a Hot 100 top.
His presence.
And her presence is what?
In what? On what? On Earth?
Nicki's presence. Period.
In regards to MCing, no, you can't. That's what it's about.
There's 3 MCs on the top MC list. Let's call it what it is.
I believe Nicki shouldn't have been on the list, but these are just my opinions. It's nothing personal. I don't want people to take these things personal, like I hate Rick Ross or I hate Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? It's nothing like that. I think J.Cole should have been on that list for the stuff that he's done and the work that he's accomplished last year and this year.
There's 3 MCs on the top MC list. The notion of what an MC is very much skewed toward the
So let's rephrase it.
It's very much
so. Let's rephrase it.
Why?
Skewed for this.
If you're gonna make us no, you're gonna make us
leave it. Just leave it. Leave it. Shut up. Leave it.
Tell me to shut up again.
Shut up. Just stop.
No black on black violence in the Gibson room.
Like, if we're gonna deem it that, let's name it something else.
So the hottest rap entertainers list. The hottest rap entertainers list.
The hottest urban entertainer list.
Right.
Because then if we're gonna do
Mitt Romney.
Because if you're gonna do the hottest, then you gotta put Adele on there.
We're definitely
talking about
not doing
urban.
the best MC.
We said hottest rap entertainers.
That's fine.
So if that's the case,
I heard you say entertainer. You know what?
I said
so
hottest
that's
rap.
right.
Who heard me say hottest rap entertainer? Show of hands.
I did.
Of course you're gonna say
I don't know where I am anymore.
Okay, so if this is the hottest rap entertainers list, let's run it down. Kanye, Drake, Jay, Wayne, Nicki.
No.
What? What?
Continue. Go ahead.
So this is
Keep going. Let's finish the list out. I want to hear what
Nicki, Ross. Who are the bottom four? Because
So
I think there's
you
fighting
got-
in the bottom
those
four.
are-
I'd put Meek. I'd put Wale.
Wiz. You have
Wiz.
I
would
put Wiz
I would-
before Wale.
All right, Meek,
Yeah,
Wiz,
yeah.
Wale.
Taking Big Sean off?
You can't take Big
Yeah.
Sean off.
but I think
can't.
Cole
No,
sold
Sean is top. Sean is 10.
So Cole still
more than
doesn't
them,
make
and
the
he
list?
raps better than them. He sold more than them, and he raps
But
better.
he's
Right,
not
but
hotter.
we're now changing the
He
parameters.
sold better than them, and he
Entertaining.
raps better than them.
We're changing to entertaining.
He went on a longer tour than
No,
him.
no. So now you're still sticking
Cole
to the. You're still
always
sticking to the
toured.
Frank.
Okay.
Cole is boring. It's not entertaining.
He's a great rapper, but for very much the same
Am I
reason
lying?
that
Don't
Nas won't ever
put
make
your
the
hand-
list.
Don't mute your
Cole
hands.
won't
Don't
make
do
the
that.
list.
I got Cole on mine.
I did not. I
As
did
if,
not.
okay,
I-
like his list,
listen.
top entertainers.
Top rap entertainers.
Cole's off.
I got Cole on mine.
Do you agree? Do you agree, Lo? Thank you.
He's entertaining more people. So
I would
What
choose
are
Cole
record
over
sales?
Wale.
If we're basing off record sales, Cole's at number one. No, well, not
Right.
Cole. Cole's like top three.
But then we also put Jeezy on that list.
Exactly.
Ross is nowhere to be seen on your list.
Ross is off.
I'm okay with
But
that
then
though.
you know who's also
because
top?
he's on my A&R list.
Right. But then Nicki is on your list if we're talking sales. So choose what. Don't
I
make.
don't want to make a list.
Okay, but don't make the parameters convenient for what you're trying to debate.
First of all, stop popping your neck.
The gospel.
All gospel.
All
day.
gospel.
Scott, tell you what, print my list, put it up on the screen. Everybody agrees with it.
Exactly.